Hi everybody. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. Obviously I shared a video with you earlier about me being upset and stuff that's going on. And that's fine because there's always going to be things that are happening in our lives. And there's nothing we can do about that. The one thing that we can do is decide how much hatred we put out there. And why we hate, or why we're upset, or why we do things. Hatred is not needed. We all have certain lives. We all have things that we like, care about, want to grow. Just because somebody is different than you, or has different expectations of themselves, or just wants to grow differently, doesn't mean that they're wrong. No matter what your religious beliefs are, your political beliefs, none of that matters. For the political, there's different things that people need and want in the world. They see the political leader that suits their needs and wants, and that's who they go after. It doesn't mean that they're wrong, just because they see things differently than you. As far as religion, it's the exact same thing. If you need a religion to get by and believe in, then that's great because you believe in something. Not all of us do that. Not all of us think the same way. We are all free to believe in what we want to and when we want to, because things change, and if you listen to things around you, if you open up your eyes, be open-minded and actually explore the world and people, we're all the same when it comes down to it. We're all human. It doesn't matter who you love. It doesn't matter what you do for a career. We're all human. It doesn't matter who you believe in. But you should not be hating each other for it. There's no reason for that. And as far as me being transgender, at a very early age, and I'm not going to point out who and names and stuff like that because I'm not going to do that. That's not the type of person I am. At a very early age, I told somebody that I was transgender at a very early age. I let them know. And they told me that it was just a phase. A phase. And that's all that was ever said about it. So from that point on, I tried to be the person that they wanted me to be. That was my life goal, is to make them proud of me by being the person they wanted me to be. I went to therapists, I went to many different things to find out what was wrong with me. Because I felt this way, but nobody would help me with it. Because I felt this way, but nobody would help me with it. I was alone. And I was a kid. So, of course, I didn't know what I was talking about. This went on and on and on. And I even joined the military at one time. Because I thought that's where I could learn to be the person that they wanted me to be. So I did that. Not for me. I hated myself for it. I grew up hating myself. I had jobs that lasted not very long because of the fact that I just couldn't be the person that I had to be all the time. Just to fit in. I had to lie to myself. I had to lie to myself constantly for most of my life. And with lies, hatred begins. So I started hating myself. And then I started cutting myself because I hated myself so much. All these things that I did to be the person that everybody wanted me to be. I didn't focus on me first. And I am not a stable person now because depression, anxiety, hatred, self-harm have all been things that I've done. But maybe when somebody comes to you with an issue such like that, you take it serious. You look into it. You explore options. You don't just blow it off just because you don't understand it. It is not your call just to blow off how somebody feels. If you don't understand it, you educate yourself. I think that's one of the biggest problems we have right now, is that people are lazy. They'll go on Reddit or, on Facebook, and they'll flip through the feed, and whatever they see first, that's what they believe. Whether it's, the most negative thing, the most hurtful thing, that's it. They don't take time to actually educate themselves on the topic. And as far as people that sit there and say that there's only two genders, show me your medical degrees, because to me, there is much more out there than what you are aware of. If you only want to see that, that's fine. If that's how you want to see the world, that's fine. But you should not put your opinion, your thoughts, on how everybody else should see it. No, everybody is an individual. They are allowed to see things the way that they want to see them. They are allowed to learn the things that they want to learn. And if a kid tells you at the age of 8 that they are gay, you don't brush that off. You embrace it. You talk to them. And if you don't know anything about it, you educate yourself about it. I'm tormented by the time I've lost. To be this fake person, I've lied to myself. I hated myself. I hate myself so much for it. Because I stayed somebody I wasn't, just for other people. I hurt myself to make others happy. That's what that was. I built up hatred that just spread throughout me for myself because I had to lie. It wasn't even a choice. And I just think about all that time I would have lost. Instead of this person that had to jump around the job to job because I got too close to people and I let them see who I really was. And then I would have to leave that job and go somewhere else because of the hatred. It's pointless. All that could have been avoided. Imagine the great things I could have accomplished if I was accepted when I was younger. If instead of blowing off the subject, that it would have been more educated on the subject, that we would have talked more about the subject. Instead of just, no, it's wrong. So all the hatred, it's pointless. All the, this is how the life should be, this is how it should be. No. Every single person is different, but yet we're all the same. We're different in the way that we see things. We're different in the way that we learn things. But we're all humans. So hating another human just because they think differently than you, or they believe in something differently than you, or they feel differently than you, those are the people that are the problem. The people that want to spread their message of hate. The people that only want to hate. And I can tell you this, as a trans female. There are so many people out there that are into trans females that try to play off as if trans females shouldn't be a thing. It's highly fetishized. So some of the people that are the biggest people in the world that talk down about it, even if they talk about, being gay is wrong. Even if they talk about being gay is wrong. It's most of the time the people that are out there speaking so heavily about how bad it is are the ones that are carrying around the secret that they either want it, they want to explore it, or that they already have, but yet the company that they surround themselves with is the reason why they keep up that front that it's wrong. So don't go with a herd of people that just, oh, it's the crowd way of thinking. Don't do the crowd mentality. Never do that. Always take time to learn for yourself, educate yourself. Even if you have a subject about Christianity and you have somebody teach you about it, take time to set aside and still educate yourself about it. That way you look into it the way that you want to see it, with your eyes. That way you're not just being told something, you're learning it for yourself. And that's how you make your own opinion. Not, this is what I was told, this is what I read off the internet. It's wrong. And you're wrong for thinking that it's right. Educate yourself about things before you speak about them. And why would you ever want to knock another human being down? We're all in this together. So hurting each other and taking each other down, we're not getting anywhere. You're just breeding hate. Hate breeds so quickly, and for nothing. Just because somebody might love it differently than you? No. It's wrong. You're wrong.